Meg fuming as Harry going home with just £500 in compensation for phone hacking. Waste millions there. Prince Harry should only get £500 in compensation for making phone hacking claims against the publisher of The Mirror, the High Court has heard. Mirror Group Newspapers, MGN, has argued that the Duke of Sussex was not a victim of phone hacking, claiming that his case was an attempt to change the British media. MGN has accepted one instance where private information from Harry was obtained illegally at a nightclub, with the Duke already receiving an apology. Andrew Green, KC, MGN's lawyer, said Harry was entitled to no more than £500 for this isolated and limited incident. Mr. Green also argued that the rest of the Duke's case should now be thrown out of court, saying that the responsibility to prove remains Harry's despite his public figure. While Mr. Green said he had sympathy for Harry in view of extraordinary degree of media intrusion he has been subject to throughout his life, he said that this was not the same as hacking. The true purpose of this litigation appears not to be to achieve compensation for unlawful activity by MGN, but instead it forms part of the Duke of Sussex campaign to reform the British press, Mr. Green said. He added that there was an absence of evidence of phone hacking by the Mirror, arguing that Harry has a campaign against general intrusion by the entire media. Mr. Green therefore argued that the judge to reject the Duke's phone hacking claims against the Daily Mirror, Sunday Mirror, and the People's Newspaper. Meanwhile, David Sherborne, who represents Harry alongside three other claimants, said there is hard evidence that hacking took place at the Mirror newspapers in the 90s and up until 2011. These were the stock in trade across the entire period, Mr. Sherborne said. He also pointed out that the key witness should not attend the trial, including former editor of the Mirror, Piers Morgan. The trial is set to conclude on Friday. Mr. Justice Fancourt will provide his decision on a later date. That royal family, they really do go in for a rum bunch of hobbies, don't they? George V did nothing at all but kill animals and stick in stamps, according to biographer Harold Nicholson. Today, in their downtime, the Windsors can be found keeping bees, Kate, the Princess of Wales, hiking in Transylvania, King Charles, and carriage driving, Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, like a bunch of blundering lesser Austen characters of a fixed budget with no imagination. Prince William has even sold his polo ponies. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, would seem to be no different from his blue-blooded relatives. He might have changed countries, jobs, and oat milk brands, but he too, these days, is spending large amounts of his time indulging in the unusual pastime of his own waging court cases. Sure, some titled wealthy blokes might just squander their millions on horses and yachts, or acquiring pieces of Basquiat's early period, but Harry has proven time and time again he is not a man willing to quintessentially follow tradition. Instead, for years, the Duke has been fighting a series of legal actions against both the British Home Office and personal kryptonite, Fleet Street's tabloids. Except now, poor Harry has suffered quite the blow from a judge dealing him the biggest setback yet in his courtroom campaign. On Tuesday, in London, Mr. Justice Chamberlain denied the Duke permission to bring a second legal challenge over whether he should be allowed to pay for police protection. While this is only one of two actions Harry has brought over the 2020 decision made by Royal and VIP Executive Committee, RAVEC, to withdraw his official protection given he no longer occupied an official role, those who have read their torts textbook think this augurs badly. The writing is on the wall for this case now, media lawyer Mark Steffens has told the Daily Beast.